can feel it down in my plums. When I hear a sound, a rap at the door, my young son Gabriel walks in.
Welcome back to Let the Boys Watch, an entertainment podcast brought to you by Going Great Productions. And on this week's episode, it's election week. God bless America. And the winner of election week was the 2011 political thriller, Ides of March. Ides of March was directed by George Clooney, written by George Clooney and Grant Heslov, based off the play Farragut North by Beau Willimon. Ides of March stars Ryan Gosling, George Clooney, Philip Seymour Hoffman, forget about it, Paul Giamatti, Evan Rachel Wood, Marisa Tomei, and Jeffrey Wright. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Robbie. And by the time you listen to this, God knows it's going to happen in America. But I'm glad that I'm joined with two of my favorite people in the world. First, the cousin Benny. How we feeling?
Feeling good, Robbie. Before I say anything else, I have to ask you how you're doing.
Doing good.
I don't pay you to tell me good. That's what I pay Ryan for. Merry, I see we all got our sweaters and hoodies on. Merry sweater and hoodie season and Merry Kornacki season. It's Kornacki Eve. But when you hear this, it's going to be the day after. It's going to be Boxing Kornacki Day.
Yeah. Oh, my God, please. Yes, please. Merry Kornacki Eve. I can't wait. Khakis are all nestled up under the tree and I'm ready to go.
Ironed and
alongside, oh my God, please, starched up, ready to go. And alongside the cuz and myself, good friend and co-host Ryan. How are we feeling?
Pretty good. I'll go to sleep pretty easy tonight, but doesn't mean I'm not worried about tomorrow. We'll see.
Or 2 days
or
ago.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Or 2 days ago. Yes. So yeah, like Robbie said, this is Let the Boys Watch, and we watch movies that typically one or all of us haven't seen. Sometimes we deviate from that, but usually one or all of us haven't seen it. Typically popular movies. Maybe we come up with a theme that week and put it up for a vote. So if you want to get involved in that, please follow us on Instagram. It's in the show notes. Let the Boys Watch pod. Yes, no, on Instagram. I forget.
Let the Boys Watch pod. Yep.
Thank you. You can send us an email, ltbwpodcast@gmail.com, also in the show notes. And yeah, just get involved. Suggest movies for us. Tell us that, the movie we said was fantastic is actually trash or vice versa. Give us some suggestions for themes of movies or whatever. We love hearing from you guys, so please get involved there. Benny, tell them where else they can, I don't know, interact with us. Follow us, get all the latest and greatest video content.
Well, yeah, if you want to know the email and the Instagram handle, they're at the bottom of our YouTube videos. So join us on YouTube, subscribe, follow, click the bell, rate, review. I don't even know, comment. Just do any button you see on our YouTube page, click it, and then do whatever it tells you to do.
Like it.
We need you. You're done. You got out the vote. Now get out on YouTube and enjoy yourself to some Let the Boys Watch video podcasts. We love you, and we'll see you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like our good friend of the program, P. Diddy, said, vote or die. So, I mean, cut it. But anyway, I just wanted to say real quick. A couple weeks ago, I said I was running $1 million a week contest. That has been canceled. The courts have sucked me dry. I've been sued. Please, litigation city, they call me. And let's just say I'll be spending a couple more years in the slam.
The corrupt DOJ. The corrupt DOJ went after him.
Oh my God! Wait till I get my hands on them when I'm elected. They're gone. See you later.
These jokes would be very dire, depending on what happens.
Oh yeah, yeah. This could be dated really fast. Maybe we just won't release this. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it was election week, and we put up a poll with some election type movies, and the winner, like Robbie said, was Ides of March. I haven't seen it, although when I started watching it, I think I might have seen it but maybe didn't pay attention. So either way, this was pretty much my first watch through. What about you guys? No one saw it, right? Or
I believe the cuz saw it.
I saw it.
oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I haven't as
Okay.
usual, but yeah.
All right. So, we start off every week the same way. Benny, tell us about, I don't know, did you even know this movie existed before this week?
I did not. I did not know
Okay.
this movie existed. Aya, or lovely friend of the program, wife of the program,
Oh.
uh, sent us a list of
Lumada program.
movies. Kuma, the program, sent a list of movies, and this was one of them. We pitted it against one of our choosing. We did a little two-party system action for this week's poll. Um, yeah, I thought this movie was about a man who, was cloned, and then one of them ended up on the cover of Time magazine. Uh, no, to see them two up against each other when they did that split screen on the poll, I was like, wow, they kind of look alike. No, I knew nothing about this movie. But Robbie was telling me about the cast, and I was like, you son of a B, I'm in. I mean,
Nice.
who's who? I mean, the only person that wasn't in this movie was Matt Damon, and stick around later, we'll tell you how we can get him in.
Yeah. Everyone's in this movie. And I couldn't believe Robbie's listing off all the actors, and then I'm looking at it, reading who else is in it. Jeffrey Wright was in it too. I couldn't believe it.
Marisa Tomei popped up. I was like, oh my plums! Like I didn't even hear about that.
Oh yeah, forget about it, man. I didn't even say I didn't even say Jeffrey Wright. Ryan, thank God you were there.
Thank God I was
Oh
looking
yeah.
at it.
This
Wasn't the first time, won't be the last time that's happened.
No, yet another added to the list of all the times that Ryan's not paying attention because it's fucking all the time, every day.
Please
But
forget about it. Like,
this was really a who's who of Let the
Yeah,
Boys Watch megastars.
like all our favorites. I mean, heartthrobs, fantastic actors, foxes. As far as it was a fox hunt, just
of course.
insanity. This movie, I loved it. The cast is definitely the best part for me, I think.
100%.
Yeah, and I also, like I said, I think I might have seen part of it at some point, but I don't remember this movie coming out. Um, but I'm glad we watched it. Robbie, what about when did you see it? Did you remember it? What'd you think?
I definitely saw it. Probably the year or two after it came before it came out. The year or two after it came out. uh, and I think I was intrigued because of the cast and how much I love politics and how much I love political thrillers and scheme and plot and going on people's backs, who done it, who's getting fired, who's getting rehired. The usual political game that's kind of magnified now ever since Trump has come along in 2016. So yeah, I was definitely intrigued. I was happy to watch it again. Uh, I'll let you know how I feel a little bit later about it. But again, the cast of characters, I mean, Philip Seymour Hoffman, every time I see him on screen in one of these rewatches that we do, I get sad because he's such a phenomenal actor. And I wish there was more of him, especially in the future. But listen, I'm looking at quickly. I'm watching Giamatti on the screen, and I'm like, what an ugly son of a bitch. I don't know why. I just would fucking die for this man. He's the best. He really is fantastic. Every scene he's ever in, I love, and I love watching Giamatti. Tomei, I mean, please, what a performance by Evan Rachel Wood. I didn't know she had it in her. So yeah, I was excited to watch it. It did beat, and I'm surprised it beat All the President's Men. I mean, I know it's a little 50 years old, probably the movie, but it's such a monumental and intriguing movie that I'm sure all of us have seen in social studies class growing up. So I was surprised it won. So, but yeah, we'll see. I'll let you know my thoughts after I hear your guys' little anecdotes.
Yeah, sure. Ben, you want to kick us off with that? We'll just do some overall impressions and scores.
Yeah, so I liked it. And there's a lot of things that I liked about it, but at the end of the day, I felt like we've talked about movies that the sum of the parts makes it a better movie. I feel like this one, like at the end of it, like something didn't add up. Like it was good, but at the end of the day, I'm like, all right, I kind of expected more. I kind of felt like it was leading to more. I don't know what it was, but there was just something at the end of this movie I felt a little bit unfulfilled. I don't know. Maybe I just, once I heard that cast list, um, I expected more of it. Um, and then once directed by George Clooney popped up at the end, I was like, oh, okay, maybe that's why. Um, but no, yeah, it's hard. It's hard to like give you a succinct answer to like how I felt about this movie because I couldn't point out to you something that I really didn't like about the movie, other than maybe it started a little slow and it took a little bit to get into all the drama that happened in this movie. But it was only an hour and 40 minutes anyway, so I'm not really that upset with it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like I said, just I can't tell you, oh, it was good, but they didn't give Philip Seymour Hoffman enough to do, or Giamatti or Gosling. Like, no, they were all amazing. Like they played their roles perfectly. I couldn't, point out anything that they did poorly. But at the end of it, I don't want to say disappointed. I just kind of felt a little meh at the end of it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Um I definitely enjoyed it. I didn't think it was slow to start out, but I can understand why. I think I was just like so mesmerized by all the stars. There's so many stars I was blinded. Um
Yeah.
and but I think where it falls short a little is you're right, like the end where it's almost like build up, build up, build up, build up. Okay, here's the issue, and then it gets solved very quickly, and that's it, and then it's over. And there's no, I mean, it's somewhat of an open ending, but I think it's pretty straightforward, like that.
The beat goes on.
Yeah, beat goes on, and Ryan Gosling's now just like a shell of a man. It feels like a piece of shit. But yeah, I liked it. I'm glad we watched it. I'm very glad that it was an hour 40 because if it was any longer, I would hope that, yeah, maybe there was more Giamatti or Philip Seymour Hoffman, maybe see a few scenes of them going at it would have been nice.
Oh, please. We'll stay on
But
69.
yeah, why not? Who's upside down in that situation?
It's
I
got to
think
be
it's got to be
Giamatti. I think
Giamatti. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, I liked it. I don't think I need to ever watch it again. Yeah, that's how I felt. Robbie, what about you?
Same. I was disappointed the second watch. I thought it was very lazy. I thought the story was kind of lazy. I was reading stuff about how sharp the writing was. I mean, sharp for what? I didn't think it was that sharp. Nothing really caught my kind of attention. I thought the story was lazy. Benny, I'm glad that I think you feel the same way as I do about George Clooney. I think George Clooney is meh. I don't get George Clooney's appeal. I never am like, damn, I can't wait to watch a George Clooney movie, or man, this is directed by George Clooney. I can't wait. I don't really get the appeal of George Clooney. I don't, I'm not on my screen looking for George Clooney movies. I don't care too much about the actor George Clooney, the writer, or anything like that. But I think Gosling gave a good performance. There was a couple of things that it was kind of corny. Some of the lines he delivered, and I'm like, that's not the Goss. That's not Goss.
That's not my
And
guys.
yeah, that's not my Goss. This is this ain't Drive Goss. This ain't Barbie Goss. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, am I selfish for wanting more Giamatti and more Seymour Hoffman? Yeah, of course. But that's the kind of bit parts they had. But once they're on the screen, they catch your attention, and every scene they're in was fantastic. But again, I'm glad, like you said, I'm glad it was an hour 40. If it was 2 hours, I probably would have just Watergated myself. But yeah, I don't know. Now thinking back on it, hindsight's 2020. Of course, I would have. I said to Benny, like, thank God that All the President's Men didn't win because I didn't want to watch it. But I'm probably would have wanted to watch that, or I added some more movies because. But again, it is what it is. We're on such a hot streak that sometimes you gotta come down and face the cold tub. So it is
Well,
what it is, I guess.
that's the party with a two. That's the problem with a two-party system. You stuck with the
Uh,
lesser of two. No,
Where's my Jill Steins? Where's my Jill Steins?
I don't. I don't necessarily agree with you about Clooney the actor. It's more Clooney the director. I'm not looking for a Clooney movie, but I always kind of feel like I'm a little bit um, pleasantly surprised with his acting. I feel like this maybe would have been a little bit better with a different director, but I like how he played this character, Clooney.
I feel like it was Clooney, I mean, I know this was based on a play. I don't know how different the play is from the movie. It just seems like the candidate is the candidate that Clooney wishes would run, or that he could be, except for, the scandal. Um,
Yeah.
so I don't know. Yeah, I kind of agree with both of you in a weird way. Like I like Clooney and a lot of things, but I also think Robbie's right where it's kind of just like, like I'm not super impressed. He's no Goss. He's no
No.
Giamatti. He's no Seymour Hoffman.
He's like the bass player in a really talented band where like he could
He
probably do
sets
some
the
more
pace.
stuff, but
Yeah,
he's there and he's like, "Hey, I'm just playing what I need to play." Like you
setting
play
the
the
tone.
lead solo,
Yeah.
Johnny on horns over here, we got Goss on drums, like I'll do what I need to do, but so I kind of appreciate that with him. And I feel like he's the same in Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 12 where like
It's
you're
kind of
you're surrounded by all these guys, like just be you, Clooney.
yeah, kind of this is he pretty much like this almost the same character in like every movie? I'm trying to
Kind
think.
of.
Kind of,
That's what I
right?
feel like. Yeah, I feel like there's no. I forgot who we talked about as well a couple of movies ago, where I felt like it was just the same guy over and over again. That's what I feel about George Clooney. It's just like, all right, that's George Clooney being George Clooney, acting as George Clooney. Um, I don't know. It doesn't really take me away into a special place where I want to go when I'm watching a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he could carry a movie completely by himself, but when he's with a lot of good actors, like I don't mind him.
Yeah. The only movie I can think of in which that he was like, I would say kind of different, would be Burn After Reading. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Um, but he's like sort of Clooney, but not. And I like him in that. But yeah, I don't know. He's just so cool, but he's like not cool at the same time. I don't know.
He's handsome.
Oh, for sure. For
I
sure.
don't, sorry, I'm not gonna agree with that take.
That he's
I
handsome?
mean,
Yeah,
that's your
Okay.
wildest take of the year, I think. I mean,
I think so.
oh
No, I don't.
my
I don't
God,
think he's handsome. I think
we might
Giamatti's a better looking candidate.
we might have to have a Minx or Stinks poll. I mean, it might be time to bring back Minx or Stinks.
It
Maybe.
might have to be.
All
Yeah,
right.
cool the temperature tomorrow. Maybe maybe see what happens on a Wednesday if what happens with this country.
Yeah.
It's morning time in America. We'll see what happens. But I think it's more stinks than minks.
Oh.
I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong. I'm getting the results from Iowa. I'm getting the results from Wyoming. It's heavy Minx.
Benny does
Well,
have all the polling data.
yeah, but I got guys all the way just canvassing in Allegheny County, and they're telling me different. So I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see when we post the poll.
Did we have one for
Stinks.
Fox? Was it like Fox or
No,
Sox or something?
it was minks or stinks for
No, I know Minx or
Joan
Stinks.
Cusack.
Yeah. Was she Minx or Stinks?
She was
She was
Minx.
a minx
Yeah. Okay, good. All
again,
right.
but I was called. That was fraudulent. I was some people that were dead were voting. Their grandparents they had died years ago. They were voting. So I don't know if that's true.
Non-citizens voting. It was mayhem.
Please.
Um,
Here I was thinking this was going to be a quick episode too, and we haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet. I haven't even
no,
plumbed it yet.
no. Let's plummet. Uh, so I feel like Rob, you want to give your score first? Since you've seen it before, I'm curious if it changed maybe from the first viewing.
Yeah. Um, it definitely changed from the first viewing. I don't think I was anywhere near like eights for this movie. I don't even think I was anywhere near high sevens for this movie. I really don't. Um, Again, I didn't like the story. I thought not that it was rushed, but I give me a thriller, give me something that's gonna blow my bees off. This was like, I get it, but and I'll get into I think I'll get into it. Hopefully nobody takes it when we do our world famous new segment. Where you going tonight, Frank? Tahiti. So, but again, it was just a little, it was lazy. There's so many more political type thrillers and stories that you can grasp from. I think affair trope is kind of lazy. I mean that happens every day in politics. I'd like something a little bit different. Kidnapping maybe, baby kidnapped or something like that. Give me something, scare me, But uh, I don't want to do it, but I think I want to do it. I'm, in honor of LBJ, I'm going to go 6.8.
Fair.
I thought you were heading to a stand-up 6.9.
LBJ, please. Word in the street. What a dong.
Wow, I'm feeling real bad about my score now. All right, I'm gonna dip it a little bit lower than maybe. No, I'm gonna stick with what I was gonna say. 7.5. The I thought the performances were great. And that like really kept me locked into the movie the whole time. But the story I was kind of like, all right, okay. I mean, this happened a little bit fast and nothing's really getting explained and everything just kind of tied up so neatly, so quickly. He's out of the campaign. And then next thing you know, Philip Seymour Hoffman's fired and he's now the campaign man. Like everything just happened so quick and it just kind of blew past so quickly. But like I said, I really enjoyed the performances in this movie. I mean, I don't know if it's just because I'm in the political mood. It hit the spot for me right now. So yeah, I'll stick with my 7.5. I'll resist the urge to go lower. I will not hurt.
Yeah, don't
Don't
hurt.
don't hurt.
Be your own man.
I'm trying.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the middle of you guys. I think I enjoyed it. There wasn't many instances where I was watching it and I was like, ugh, all right, like come on or whatever. And I think I hear what you're saying, Benny, but I feel like maybe I'm reading too much into it as usual, but maybe they would, because like things do move fast in politics like that, where it's like, you know, someone does something fucked up. All right, he's out. This girl's in, or this guy's in, or
Yeah.
whatever. Um, so I was, while I felt like as a movie, it did kind of like happen pretty quick, or maybe a little too quick for my liking. I still enjoyed it. So I'm gonna go 7.1. Um, definitely enjoyable. I'm glad I watched it. Like you said, yeah, it's 'tis the season, it's politics season. Scratch that itch a little bit, but yeah, I don't care if I watch it again. I'm glad I saw it, and if anything, I would watch it for Giamatti and Seymour Hoffman, the goats,
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
the best.
Golly.
It how are they so good at acting?
Right? I just don't get how anyone is so good at anything. Meanwhile, I can't even barely do anything right.
Uh, they're the best. They're the best.
So good. I got a quick question for you guys. Would you rather have dinner with, regardless, yes, we're resurrecting him, but actually no, I'm gonna switch it up. Marry, fuck, kill, Seymour Hoffman, Giamatti, Gosling.
It's the easiest one of all time.
Yeah, please.
Go ahead.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm marrying Giamatti because I just think we would have fantastic
that'd be
conversations.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm fucking Gosling because please.
Fair.
And then I'm killing Philip Seymour Hoffman because I don't need a heroin addiction at this point in my life.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
So and he's already dead. He could stay dead, and
And you wouldn't
I
feel
don't.
so bad because he's already been
Yeah,
dead. Okay.
yeah. I mean, I miss you, R.I.P. to the God, but it just makes it easy for me.
Robbie, same? Anything different?
No, it's not. It's not the same. Please forget about it. Please. When I'm marrying somebody, I'm marrying superficial. I'm marrying for the looks. I'm marrying for the body. I'm marrying for the penis size. So it's Gosling all the way. Um, he's versatile. We can laugh. We can joke. We can work out. We can run together. We can lay on the beach together. We can talk about politics. We can talk about, playing cornerback in a movie and
Yeah.
why he was such a liability at cornerback. Um, we do all these things. We do all these things. We can talk about his fantastic performance in Drive, how he got into those scenes, his
How we got
performance
into those
at the,
jeans.
oh, please. His performance at the Oscars, we can talk about that. We can watch that all night long, laugh over a bottle of red, bottle of white, whatever delight. Um, and then I would just fuck Giamatti. I mean, because why not? Sometimes you're in a slump and you need a little buster, and there he is, a little slump buster. And it's quick and easy. We'll talk. We'll talk for the night. We'll probably share a couple Big Macs after we're done, a couple cigs, and that's it. And I'm gonna kill Seymour Hoffman because I don't think Seymour Hoffman's a fun hang at all.
No, probably
I
not.
love him. Yeah, I love him for the acting, and I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but like I feel like we're hanging out. There's an odor. He hasn't showered in a couple of days. There's cigarette burns everywhere in the house, and I'm not into that kind of thing. Like I'm very OCD. I need everything neat, tidy. And no, and we won't laugh, we won't cry. We're just gonna sit there, and I'm thinking of ways to get out of the house. So, fuck, I'm gonna kill Seymour Hoffman.
Ryan, is there
Sorry, I went into
redemption?
detail.
Is there redemption for Philip Seymour Hoffman with you?
No, I think I have to agree with both of you, and mainly for both reasons. One, he's already passed away, so I won't feel as bad. And two, I think Robbie's right. I kind of envision him as like the early part of what's the movie where he's the rock journalist that I love by Cameron
Oh,
Crowe.
the first movie we did,
Yeah,
Almost
Superstar is
famous.
Born.
Almost
Yeah, there
Famous.
it is.
Thank you.
Yeah, Suicide Sport. Yeah, that's the one. That's the sequel.
But like, yeah, like kind of like a know-it-all, like cool, but you could tell is like kind of not, has couple issues and probably
You,
cigarette burns everywhere.
you go back to his apartment, you're like, oh boy, I did
Yeah.
not expect this.
Yeah. But yes, still a goat, but yeah, I don't think I want to hang out with him. And then, oh, you both make such compelling arguments. I think I'm gonna go marry Goss. I have to agree with Robbie. I'm a looks guy.
I mean, listen, you're marrying into Botox, just so you know.
He's had Botox,
Please, please.
but
Is
maybe
that true? The Goss?
probably.
Yeah, look at his face lately.
Really? It's a shame. I switch. Paul Giamatti. I like a natural man.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not. I'm gonna be honest. I like a superficial man. So that's it.
Fair enough.
Speaking of people, quickly, speaking of people that have gotten stuff done, has off topic, has John Mulaney gotten something jawed up?
You
Have
guys
you
were
seen John
talking
Mulaney?
about that. Yeah, you and I were talking about that. I tried to look at it on SNL. It's definitely a very chiseled jaw, but I don't know, maybe it's just because he's healthy now. Maybe I don't know. Could be.
Yeah, you're right.
Probably. They all have had work done. Seems like.
Well, Gosling work me over any day of the week if he wants.
Yeah. Gonna get some work done tonight, baby. Um, so should we talk about this movie? Do you guys want to do characters or scenes first?
Scenes least first.
All right. Kick us off, Mr. Confidence.
I'm gonna go with the death scene. I just felt like it was sorry, bud. Speak up now. Speak up every once in a while. You get what you want. It was just so quick. And it was just like, oh yeah, she's dead. She's gone. And like that's it. And I was like, give me a little something. Let me see her taking the pills and drinking whatever she was drinking. It just happened so quick. And like maybe that's kind of part of the movie that I felt like was rushed a little bit, even though I felt like tight, movie moved quick. I'm happy with that. I didn't want it to be super long or anything like that. But there was some things that just got glossed over, and I felt like that was the biggest one for me.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like get a guy sitting on the bed. I don't know who that guy was, probably the hotel manager, but he's just like lounging,
Well, how
watching
did
the
he know?
Knicks.
How did he? Yeah, how did he know to go in there like within 24 hours?
Right.
Like
Yeah,
usually that would be like 2 weeks. Where Or maybe they called and like, hey, we haven't heard from her. But again, give me something. Give me something.
Yeah.
Like, how do I know that? Like, why is he in there? So, how did it happen? I mean, we know why it happened, but show me. Don't tell me. How did he get in there? Why is he in there? You know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was kind of annoying.
definitely needed more. Maybe Morris said something. I don't know. Because didn't Gosling say he was the last person she called?
Could be.
They don't
Could
say
be.
like what they talked about. Maybe she was like, already pilled up and was like talking crazy. And he's like, I'm gonna call
Something's
someone
not right.
just to go
Yeah.
check on you or something. I don't know.
But they know that she's not doing well because obviously Ben goes by and he's like, "Oh, hell of a time to call out," and all that
True.
stuff. But
Yeah, maybe
so
someone went in to check on her. They probably also have roommates too. Because like they're just a bunch of interns. They're not gonna give them each their individual room.
yeah, but it was 2011, crazy time.
That's true.
You never know. Citizens
Yeah.
United
Great
just got
time.
overturned.
Yeah.
They're just blowing money.
Yeah. Yeah. Hotel rooms were like $99.
Yeah,
Nothing.
Please forget about it.
But yeah, I think you're right. Evan Rachel Wood, I liked her performance in this, and I think she deserved a little better of a death scene. Good call. Robbie, you want to go next?
Yeah, I guess. I guess whatever. With this guy taking my scene, please taking
speak
everything.
up, speak up.
Oh, okay. All right. Speak up tomorrow when I'll
I'll
yell at
remember.
show you which your phone numbers tomorrow. I remember. Uh, yeah, you can just give me the abortion, the walk home after the abortion scene. I mean, how dare you not, and I'm just saying you just got canned from the job, and it was a little shock to your system when you found out, but it's a tough time for people. You should be there for the random intern you met and blew her back out for in 72 hours. So just give her a little care, a little TLC, even if you don't mean it. Just be there for her. So I could have done with Gosling doing that instead of stewing and freaking out. So yeah, I'll go with that. And there was a lot of scenes that I didn't like, but stuff like that when it hits home for scenes that are hard and tough. Not tough to watch, but just tough in general. So I'll do that. I'll do the slow walk into the cab home while Gosling's still and driving around DC, looking for probably who knows what.
That's the guy you want to marry. Says a lot about you.
Not there for you.
What did I say when I first started? I said superficial. I don't care
All
about
right,
anything
okay,
else. Give me,
all right, all right. You're consistent. You're consistent.
yeah, give me the looks.
Yeah.
I don't care. You want treat me like shit? Who cares? I just want to stay at your body.
Yeah.
How's your tush? All right, that's all I care about.
Um, I'm gonna go. This is a weird scene, but for whatever reason, I was watching it and I kind of like hated it. And I don't know if it was because of what happened or I just felt like it was weird and maybe it was the direction. I don't know. But when Seymour Hoffman is getting fired and he rolls out of the building, lights up a cig, probably
Fantastic.
tasted so good.
Oh, please.
And and then he just sees the car, he walks over, and then you just staring at the front of the car for 2 minutes, and he gets out and they drive away. And I'm just like, he couldn't give me something, give me that scene a little.
You know what I would have liked, and I know it's not his character because he's so jaded by politics and stuff, but almost give me like the muffled yelling.
Yeah, something.
Like, you see the car, but you hear like this muffled yelling. Yeah, yeah, and then he gets out, and then he's back puffing on the cig.
Well,
That would have been perfect. And you know what? Save that for your other podcast because that would have been perfect direction.
Hmm.
Yeah. Give me something.
Depend.
At least like quiet and then him flipping out. Cause like I feel like his character in this is like a professional. And that's even like what he was saying to Gosling when he fired him. Like I feel like he would like yelling would be a momentary lapse for him, whereas some other people might actually like have a fucking conniption or whatever.
Yeah.
Give me something. Ani Menches, what do you guys got? If anything.
this is what I'm saying. Like, why I feel like I don't have much to say bad, but also like it didn't land for me. Like, there's not a lot of wasted stuff in this movie, and there's not a lot of like bad moments in the film for me.
That's fair. Robbie, you got any?
Same. No, I don't really have that much. No, it's yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe this it was intriguing and stuff. I guess the story just kind of killed it for me. I don't know because I didn't have any complaints. Just something about it. I don't know.
Yeah, fair.
It's like why I hate Anne Hathaway. Just something about a face that I want to just freaking super kick. I don't know.
Uh,
I'm on
I'm
that bus
freaking
now. I
Thank
bought a
you.
season pass to the bus because something about her now stinks, and I used to really like her.
See?
Robbie was right
See?
again.
Thank you.
no, he's wrong. He's very wrong.
Wrong.
Wrong. Wrong.
Who's more who's more wrong? Me about Anne Hathaway or Benny about his Kansas +5 right now?
We'll find out soon.
We'll see.
You
Find
heard
out
it.
soon.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first on the podcast. If Kansas is at +5 by when the election's over, I'll Venmo the cuz $50.
All right. I'm not even gonna defend it. I'll just say, okay, I'll take that. I'll take that 50.
And if not, you got to buy me. You got to send me a couple weeks of buy dot cinnamon twists.
All right, deal. I'll get you two flavors of dots. I'll send them your way. The one that you love, and I'll sprinkle in a new one for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Give me
Uh,
+2. Give me +2.
Plus or minus two.
Okay, deal.
So you got to get 7.
7 or 3. I
Spoken
don't think
like a
it's gonna
true
be.
spoken like a true politician. Change it.
Hey,
Day
listen,
of.
I'm learning.
wow, what a swing. It's a 4-point
Right?
swing either way.
It's a huge swing.
That's a huge swing.
It's a big number. It's a
Can't
big
believe you
number.
agreed.
I know.
Hey.
I guess it must be the green tea.
Yeah.
Must be playing tricks on me.
Can I give a slight Ani mensch to the scene where Gosling confronts Clooney? Something about Clooney's performance there I didn't love, and I think it's because the rest of the movie, like that wasn't his character. And it was appropriate for that scene, but for some reason I didn't like it. Like it almost was I don't know. It's hard to put my finger on it, but he was just like just very dickish, but then also folded faster than Superman on Laundry Day.
Low key kind of like that though.
Like I did, but I did like I liked that this is what politics probably really is. Like we don't know 100% because we're not in the game, but this is
And he's like, so I'm not gonna be this. I'm not gonna let politics get to me in that
right.
way. And in that moment, he's just like, well,
Ruthless.
this is fucking how it happens to us all.
Yeah.
And he just knows in that moment, he's just like, I'm
I'm
fucked. I'm
fucked.
selling my soul, and this is what I want, and now I'm going down the same path. And he just folds.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, because even when he's not doing his speeches, he's talking to his wife or everyone else, his employees, and it's like he still has that. I feel like he's still acting, like, but that scene in the kitchen was him not acting and being like a prick.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, when someone has that kind of blackmail on you, I guess you have to be a prick.
Yep.
Whatever. It's just a slight on match. Um, all right. Well, then let's move on to favorite scenes. Um, I get to go first. I think I'm going
Turn and
to
burn.
the turn and burn. And perm.
Perm.
I think I'm gonna go with the Gosling firing scene by Seymour Hoffman. See, Robbie, I got him for you.
Thank you. I think you got me too in this in that as well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Straight ball.
Um,
Straight ball.
well, then I got both of you, and clearly it's a fantastic scene
You nicked
because
me. Hey, you nicked me.
I nicked um you only need to leave that on for like 5 or 6 minutes. You'll be fine.
A quick healer.
Yeah, quick. This is me squirting Neosporin on my injuries.
Folks, if you're not watching on YouTube, I mean, what are you doing?
Wait,
You're
if you're
missing
not
out
watching, I
on
got something for you.
you're missing out on gold.
Is that a corn dog? Um, but yeah, no, I mean, fantastic. I say fantastic too much. I gotta stop. Great scene, perfectly acted by Seymour Hoffman, of course. Gosling was great in this scene, but when he comes in and Seymour Hoffman just basically like reads him the riot act and like completely undresses him, but without like really being too much of an asshole. Like he's kind of an asshole, but he's just like loyalty is what I need, and I don't trust you right now. And I totally get that. In that game of politics, like I have to assume that loyalty and trust is probably paramount above all before, oh, like he said, over intelligence, over skill. Obviously you don't want dummies on your campaign, but that's what you need. You need to be able to say shit and do shit in front of these people and them not go behind your back because they wanted to feel special. I mean, listen, if Paul Giamatti calls me, I'm running over there
I'm there.
to feel special. So I get it why Gosling did it, but
That's what I'm saying. Giamatti, beers, buffalo wings,
Oh, forget
possibly a
about
new
it.
job. I mean, come on. Hey, how could you not go?
fun fact about that bar called Head First for Pete Rose.
Nice.
Giamatti's father is the one who banned him from baseball.
Right, former commissioner.
The commish.
I'm a commish. John
Love that.
Giamatti.
Great
Yeah.
poll. Great poll.
Thank you, IMDb trivia.
Just digging deep
Like,
on the research. Digging deep.
Oh yeah. 30 seconds.
Me?
Robbie, yes.
Yo.
Please forget about it. Let me get the Giamatti Gosling campaign office scene when Gosling's trying to be slick, Rick the ruler, and Giamatti sees right through him because that's what Giamatti does. He's got antacid, he's got Alka-Seltzer, he's not in the mood for anything. He's already pissed off because he ate those buffalo wings and it's acting up on him. It's reacting. So he's not in for anybody. He just knows, and I love that. Again, that's the back door of politics I love. You have to have the stench for it. You have to have, that a special character to last in politics. And Giamatti he even gives him that speech just to get out. So, Giamatti's already hardened at the moment. He doesn't care. He's got no feelings left. It doesn't really matter anymore to him. But I just love the way he turned it on him. Gosling came in and thinking he was, the cat's meow, and Giamatti just read right through him. And I loved it. I love that like he even in the entire movie, like every one of their interactions, he thought that he was screwing him over. Gosling thought that Giamatti was screwing him over, and he never did. He told him the truth. But I just like when the tables get turned on somebody. Like again, like I said, Gosling goes in there thinking he was gonna just get the job, and Giamatti's like, nah. He's like, I know what happened basically, and he set him straight. We didn't really set him straight, but he just kind of read him the riot act for a little bit. And it's just Giamatti outclassing everybody, out acting everybody, outworking everybody. Giamatti.
Hardest worker in the room.
Oh, forget about it.
Yeah, I love that with the like he said, I get you on my team, I win. He doesn't have you. He figures it out and you're off the team, I win because you're off the team. That's chess right there, baby.
It is. Wow, those were my number one and my number two picks. So I'm gonna
Too
go
bad.
with
Shame. Shame.
I'm gonna go with give me the debate scene in the beginning of the movie. I love a good debate. I love that, I love the Gosling given that's, the speech that Clooney ends up using. I love, just that whole way that Clooney puts his little spin on things. Yeah, I thought it was a well done debate, and it was a nice intro to the movie and kind of set the scene for where we're at. I love that it was also a primary. It wasn't like full blown. We're in a presidential race. It was kind of like a little niche moment in politics. So I liked that was a that hooked me into the movie right away.
Yeah, that was good. I thought it was like just a little far fetched when I forgot the other guy's name, the other candidate's name. I
Oh,
looked over and
damn it. Yeah, what's
Ted.
his?
no, it doesn't. Yeah, it was annoying. He looked over and he looked at Clooney's character and said, "They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cat."
A little too on the nose. A little too on
Yeah,
the nose.
I was like, what are we doing here? I was like, this is so stupid. Nobody would ever say it. Nobody would ever in their right mind say something like that.
Pullman.
Pullman.
Yeah,
Shut
Bowman
shut up,
said
Bill.
that. Yeah, shut up, Bill. Shut up, John Paxson.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody. I was like, nobody would ever say that. That's stupid. I mean, this is where that movie lost me.
And I
Yeah, who would have
think
thought?
what did you guys think? Speaking of what Robbie brought up, I clearly he's like a very progressive candidate. I don't think that would fly even still now.
No, especially the thing where if I caught it right, mandatory civil service for 2 years.
When when Gosling brought that up, I thought that was gonna be what fucks him. And that's why Gosling was gonna like get thrown off or like whatever. Because if that was your policy, like no.
Yeah. I mean, imagine that now in the TikTok generation where you're like, hey, they're too young to vote. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then like the torrential of social media, like the tsunami of like, everybody coming after you if you would have tried to do something like that. But I guess in 2011, when you're texting with T9, word doesn't spread that fast.
it's true.
Playing Snake on your Nokia.
I wish.
Best. Bet better times.
Well, at least simple at times.
Yeah.
Being the
Best
dog of
of
peace.
times, worst of times.
The blurst of times. You stupid. uh Ani Menches.
I'm gonna
Uh,
go ahead, please.
no, please, your floor. Your floor. I just gave you two plus or minus 2 points, Kansas. Please take it.
All right.
Take everything from
Well,
me.
easy enough. Because I'm gonna leave the rest on the table for you because we just spoke about the scene, but I did like the kitchen scene between Clooney and Gosling. I love a good cards on the table scene. I love like here's what I got. I love how Clooney's like, is he bluffing? Is he not? Can I afford to call his bluff? Even if he is bluffing me, can I afford to do that? So I like that back and forth, that the poker face from Gosling. I enjoyed that scene. That it was like I said, I like the here's I'm coming here with my dick in my hand, as Clooney said. So yeah, just wanted to give it a little shout out.
Yeah, it's true. Do you think, question, that with that scene, the other scene we brought up, or that I brought up with the car and you saying muffled, do you think that more was filmed or different dialogue was potentially filmed and they cut it back to make it more ambiguous on purpose? Because I'm
I
just
think a
kind of
lot of
thinking that maybe that's why they did certain things.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, normally I would say, I don't know, but the way that the movie ends, I could see them trying to keep things as ambiguous as possible.
Yeah. And sometimes that works, and sometimes it comes off as like cool indie filmmaker shit where it's like, oh, everything's open to interpretation and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
listen, I got a lot of bills to pay. I got a lot of things to do.
Don't
Just
waste time
wrap it up
thinking.
nice for me, please.
Yeah, don't make me think.
Yeah, come
Did
on.
did
I'm not
did the did
22
the
anymore trying to impress people with my thoughts. Just give
yeah,
me a nice wrapped up package.
did the top fall over or did it not? Come on.
Come
Nolan,
on.
what are we doing?
Uh, Robbie, any Ani mentions?
Yeah, I'll go Seymour Hoffman and Gosling behind the scenes of the whatever speech Clooney was giving at the moment, where I think he tells him that he met with Paulie G, not the slice shop. Shout out to the cuz. Um, that they matched. It was just cool shot. I love the way it shot with the American flag in the backdrop. That was cool. Proud to be American, where at least I know I'm true. Free, whatever. But anyway, no, it was good. I enjoyed that. Both of them going back and forth. I mean, it was a really great scene, tense scene, and that was one of my favorite scenes in the movie. The way it was shot and the acting and the writing between the two characters in that moment.
Yeah, agree.
Like, I don't know if I want to give all of them credit or just Gosling, because Gosling had crazy chemistry with everybody in the movie. Like, I know obviously they're all superstar actors, but Gosling is really the only one that interacts with everybody. And it's just each one of those relationships feels super real.
But I feel like that's with every movie he does. I feel like for some reason I never see him in a movie, good or bad, that where his chemistry with somebody isn't just like super duper believable. Really. And,
Yeah.
and everything he does, I feel like he's just that kind of guy. And that's the kind of guy you want to marry.
Yeah.
Listen, you're winning me over. I'm not ready to call it yet, but you're making good points.
Not too close to call, they say. Some may say.
I'm gonna go Ani Mensch for the scene with Evan Rachel Wood and Gosling in the intern bar, the motel bar across the river. I don't know, just I liked it. I liked the scenery, like the set that they had, and just the like you guys were just saying, the chemistry between them was electric. You knew from the second they were sitting across each other that they were going back to someone's room.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I just liked it. It was enjoyable.
I thought when they mentioned the bus, I thought we were gonna get a little
Gonna
bang
bang in the
bus.
bus, bang
We
bus.
get a little bang bus action, and then Morris sits down on the bench, and he gets a little something about Mary on the back of his suit, and
Cool.
that was the scandal. Like, he walks out,
Right.
and he's on TMZ the next day, and like, what was on his back?
Yeah. Morris doing cum walks all over the campaign trail.
Is Morris walk a shaman?
I guess.
I don't know why you're not a screenwriter.
My last one is, it's not a scene, but it's a line, and it was in the kitchen scene, but I forgot to call it out. But the line of "you messed with the cardinal rule" is "don't fuck with interns," and I was just like, hey, that's probably a good callback there.
I mean, that shit goes on like nonstop.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. We just don't know. I almost like always kind of wanted to be on a political campaign just to like see what the fuck's going on. It's probably wild.
I mean, listen, I might catch some heat for this. I love Pod Save America because all those guys worked in Obama's campaign, and some of them, like one of them came from Hillary's campaign, one of them worked with John Edwards, and they all kind of ended up with Obama. And just hearing like the behind the scenes stuff of like when they would write a speech and it would go bad, or they would give him bad news, and like you hear like what Obama would say to them, it's really cool. It's really cool to kind of hear that behind the scenes stuff.
I should listen to that.
Yeah, that's a good one. We had to talk about something the other day about a speech, something like that, and one of the dudes was like, yeah, something. I forgot what it was about, but saying like it was like the longest like walk of his life next to Obama. Like, it's, those guys are good. I like them. No free ads though.
Yeah.
No free ads. Please, they got enough. They got enough ads. They don't need
Yeah.
us.
Please give us some. Give us some.
Yeah. Hey, Pod Save America. I know you're listening. Come on the show.
Yeah, I'll take preparation H.
Yeah.
Z
Anything.
Biotics.
Anything, please. Give me anything.
Any other Ani mentions from anybody? All right.
No.
Let's do favorite characters. Robbie, please lead us off.
Oh, thanks. It's the one. It's the only. It's RG. It's Ryan Gosling. As Stephen Miller. No, it's the wrong guy. Stephen Myers. No, it's just he was the entire movie basically. Um, he was. ruthless. He was kind. He was naive. He was opportunistic. He was all these things. It's the typical, you know, political trope kind of person in a movie or in real life, like always looking for the opportunity, always looking to get ahead, somewhat naive, but all in all, ruthless. And that's how you have to be. Again, like I said previously, that's how you have to be with anything, I feel like, to kind of get ahead, but especially in politics, always looking for the next opportunity. I feel like there is loyalty in politics, obviously, for the behind the scene people, because you see it, like even Benny said with the Pod Save America guys, like everybody's always wants to like just bouncing around, working for people, working for different administrations, you know. So I just think Gosling was fantastic in this movie. He was, I feel like almost like 95, 96% of the movie the entire time he was on the screen, and he had a lot to work with. And his character was great. I love the Goss. I mean, the Goss gets better and better every time I see him on the screen. And yeah, I thought he played that political type figure, behind the scenes type figure to perfection. I loved his performance.
Yeah. Great choice. Obvious choice. Great choice. I
I'm
mean, you
married him. What
married him.
about him?
How could you not choose your spouse?
How can I choose my baby Beau?
Um, I'll go next. I'll give Benny the turn. Um, I'm gonna go with my spouse, Giamatti. Um, Small, kind of a small role here, but there was a number of people who had these bit parts, these small roles, but he's so good in everything. I don't know. We said it before. I don't know what it is. He's just so good, and I love him. Paul, come on the show, please.
Oh, that we could stop podcasting if he ever came on the show. That would be the highest of highs.
Love it.
But we'd have to keep going because we'd maybe then get some ads.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if you listen to the show, you know who I'm going with. Like this was coming in at number three for this was just I'm just sitting back. Whoever falls to me falls to me, and Philip Seymour Hoffman falls to me this week as Paul Zara. Come on, he's just so good. He's electric. Even when Robbie, I think you mentioned it in the firing scene where he has every right to be boisterous and loud, and it's like he just takes that disappointed tone and it's just the perfect way to play it, the perfect way, like the character is just so even keeled. He's seen it all, and whether he's getting knifed in the back at the end of the movie or he's super pissed off at Gosling in that scene, it's just another day, and he still leveled him. He still buried Gosling in that scene, but without going over the top. So, I mean, what's left to say about Philip Seymour Hoffman that hasn't been said? Wish he was still around. I mean, I can only imagine, you know, just the great performances we would have been seeing for these last 5, 10 years, however long it's been.
Yeah. Yeah, even like you said at the end when he's at the funeral and he's talking to Gosling like they're still pals. And maybe they are. Like maybe it's when you get to a certain point, it's just like that's the game and I get it and I'm not mad at you for playing. I mean,
But it's also,
he played it too, so
yeah, and it's also like politics is one of those things where you could be making more money doing anything else. And he knew, like, he was like, I'm gonna get an office and I'm gonna start a consulting company and I'm gonna be making $1 million a year. Like, yeah, this was probably my true love, like to actually be the campaign manager, but like everything comes to an end, and I know my end is going to be more lucrative than even what I was doing. So I may not be doing my dream job, but I'm still going to be all right at the end of the day.
yeah. Play this out. This is your forte, Benny, but Robbie, I want to
Mhm.
hear from you too. After this film ends, let's say Morris does win. How long is the Goss in the White House before Seymour Hoffman gets the call back?
Oof. I feel like so it's what was this 2011? So we're thinking this is the 2012 election that this is happening in.
Right.
2014 midterms bloodbath. absolute nightmare. It's just, something happens with electric vehicles. What is he doing?
Yeah,
Republicans go nuts in the 2014 elections. What is Morris going to do? First thing he does, boom, Goss is gone.
out
And
of
guess
here.
who comes back? Guess who comes strutting back in like Ric Flair? He hit the weight room. He comes in skinny, svelte,
Oh yeah,
looking
Rick
looking like a
D'Amato
million.
Martel shit.
Yeah, looking like a young Rick Devon Martel, looking like a young uh what was the name of that family that we watched in the wrestling movie?
Von Erichs.
looking like a young Von Erich coming in, just yoked to the gills, and he's back.
Good call. Um, Ani Menches?
I mean,
Uh,
if I'm gonna take it.
Now,
go.
Robbie Udd
Made a noise.
first.
Made a noise first. Go ahead.
So he gets to go first. You told
Yeah,
him
I
to
get
speak
it.
up, and he did.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm into it. I'm into it.
I'm over this fucking guy. Over it. Uh, Let me get Evan Rachel Wood as Molly. But she was phenomenal in this movie. I haven't seen that much of her before this. I haven't seen that much of her after it. Um, but she was very good in this movie. She played the sexy part. She played the serious part, the lonely part, the scared part, all these different and various emotions she played in this movie, and she nailed every single one of them. She really did. I do wish that she was a little bit more open with the Goss and in that bedroom scene, but the Goss is a little invasion of privacy. I don't like my Goss like that. I don't need my man to invade my privacy like that. Just trust me. But yeah, no, she was very good in this movie. Very, very good. Great actress. Uh, I just love when people can hit various, like I said, various emotional points in a movie and do it so well. I think she did a great job, and she was truly, truly believable in every scene that she was in. Well, whatever that emotion was, she was believable, and you felt for her, especially during that abortion scene after when she gets the medicine and has to go into the diner alone and then take a cab home alone. You kind of felt what she was going through. So she was great in this. Shout out to her.
Yeah, great in Westworld too. Until
That's
I
right.
stopped
Until it
watching it
wasn't.
because it went off the rails.
I forgot about that. You're right.
Yeah, Benny.
I mean, please, if she's on my screen, she's on my list. Marisa Tomei,
Damn it.
join the show, please. I mean, come on, where you been all my
The
life?
best.
I mean, there's nothing else to say.
No,
So man,
it's both of them. Very minx, both.
Oh,
please.
easy, the easiest makes in 100, not 100 to 0% blowout.
Yeah. Um, I'll go. I don't know if I have any. I mean, kind of got everybody.
Go Jeffrey Wright. Go Jeffrey Wright for fucking
Eh,
for his limited screen time.
eh, no. Let's move on. Least favorite characters.
Easiest pick of the cinch for me. It's Max Minghella as Ben. Like, what a loser.
Yeah.
What a loser. I just did not like him. The only good thing he did in the movie was when Goss was getting reamed out as he stepped out. But even then, you're still in eyesight. You needed the gossip that bad that he stayed in. I just didn't like him. I didn't like him using Gosling's pickup line towards the end of the movie. Again, I understand that they're playing the beat goes on, like this is a cycle that repeats itself. But get your own line, bud. Get your own line. I don't like you. You giving Ben's a bad name.
Oh, doesn't take much.
Did you get the vibe that he was like trying to pick up Evan Rachel Wood?
Yeah,
Like,
he was trying to use his newfound
I'm running the
powers.
campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm the new number two.
Yeah, shut up, Ben.
Shut up.
Yeah. Shut up. Please, I've been trying to say that my whole life. Shut up, Ben.
Mm.
Me?
Um, yeah, sure, if you'd like.
No, no, because I
Yeah,
went
what's
first. That's
the
right.
Oh, you went first, yeah. I'm actually gonna go shockingly with Jeffrey Wright here. I didn't really like him in this, and I love him. I love him. But for some reason, I don't think it was him. I think it was just the character. Like
Just the
he was
material.
fine when he was, saying, but let's put our support behind Morris, all my delegates, whatever. But leading up to that, I don't know. He just came off like a dickhead.
It was
I
the
didn't
hair and the
like it.
mustache, I think.
Maybe. I don't know. He
Not a
just
great
kind of
hair.
seemed like when they were in his house and his I assume was a servant or someone working for him, maybe his spouse, I don't remember. But like it seems like he was the type of guy that would yell at them for like not bringing the tea fast enough or
Or
something.
not even acknowledge.
Or
Like he
that,
would
and it
just
seemed like he
not
didn't.
look.
Philip
Yeah.
Seymour Hoffman said thank you when she brought the drinks over, and he said nothing.
Yeah.
Zero,
Didn't know eye contact, just grabs it. He might even give him one of these every once in a while.
probably.
Like if they're lingering, he just does the back of the hand swipe away
Yeah.
the
Or just
Francesa wave. He just Francesa waves him out the room.
okay.
All right, I got my DC. Okay, yeah, where you going? Get out of here.
Okay. Stan Lee. Who cares?
Yeah, but you got to get your tea quick. All right, you have to.
I know.
I understand that. Like you don't want that lukewarm tea. That defeats the purpose of tea.
It's true.
Like I came late because I needed my tea to get hot.
That's true. Maybe that was a subtle dig I was taking at you.
Well, maybe, but hey, who cares? I'll go. I'll go as my least favorite character is Charlie Rose as Charlie Rose. Um, he stinks. I think he's the worst. I think he definitely like might have exposed himself to a female. That's why he got fired. So,
Oh yeah, I forgot
every
about that.
Did he?
yeah. So yeah, I did see Benny's paper before this, and his honorary mention for favorite actor was Charlie Rose. So do it as you may. But yeah, no, Charlie Rose, get off my screen, please.
Okay. Any Yanni mentions for least favorite?
There's like not a lot of people in this movie.
No. Maybe that, like we said before, that hotel manager who was just like so nonchalant about a poor young woman died.
I mean, you're working in a seedy motel. You've probably seen it a couple times.
Probably true.
Oh, actually, quickly, yeah, give me George Clooney as Governor Zach Morris. I wasn't really again, I want my governors strong, lean, and mean, and you know, his
Please.
too much radicalness coming out of him.
He was
See,
like Gavin Newsom.
I gotta do, uh, I gotta join the army. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Like, just leave me alone. Just do what you do. Steal from me, tax me to the gills. Stay out of my life.
Fair. I
Fair.
thought he was good though. I liked
You're a
Uh,
sucker for Clooney. We get it. We get it. You
him. Got
you
my eyes
you
at the
you,
clown.
you helped him write that op-ed in the Times
I did.
that derailed Juicy Joe's campaign. We get it.
That's true. Stay out of politics, celebrities. Come
Your big ass ears.
on. All right, let's move on. Should we do our new segment or our old segment?
New segment.
All right, because I didn't even think of something for it, but
I
Robbie,
got
I think,
something.
has something. Oh, Benny. All right, so you guys go first, and I'll think of something.
Go
Our
ahead, Rob.
newest. You know what, Robbie? I think you should introduce this because you say it. You say it good.
No, I think Benny says it the best.
Benny. Okay, Benny, you say it.
All right. Well, this is our new segment. What are you doing tonight? Wait, where you going tonight, Frank? Uh, it's just something that's out there in the movie, maybe a little weird thing that we picked up in the movie, but Robbie was the first to bring it up today, so we'll let him go first on where you going tonight, Frank? Robbie, please.
Well, my pick for where you going tonight, Frank? To Haiti? It is how, how easily George Clooney was convinced that Gosling had the suicide note.
Right.
That was very, very far-fetched to just derail your campaign and let go of Philip Seymour Hoffman, your trusted advisor, your loyal advisor, your campaign manager, just over some BS about a suicide note because he literally called him out and he's like gotcha like multiple times in that confrontation with Gosling's character. Like he had him, and then like he just like gave in, and like that's who I want as my president. No, I want my presidents to grab people by the puss. I want them to grab by the puss. And Clooney and the gov just like the love gov just kind of just got ran over. And I thought that was far-fetched because he definitely wouldn't have just believed somebody having a suicide note. I understand, the implications of the abortion and the affair and all that, how it would have did it, but he had nothing to tie him back. Maybe the telephone, but nothing to tie him back. And I thought that was a little too far-fetched. Nobody's going down like that.
Right.
Yeah,
I
I
think
agree. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I think that's the difference between like a sociopath politician and not. Like I feel like Clooney's character was like a decent person other than this. And because of that, he felt guilty and that was eating away at him, and that's why he gave in so easily. Whereas a sociopath's like, go ahead,
Yeah,
I'll
do it.
just deny it. I don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
who cares that this woman died? I'll just say that she was, whatever, had a thing for me. She kept trying to, do things. I never touched her, that kind of shit.
Yeah, my read on it was kind of the same where it was like he thinks he kind of knows he doesn't have the note, or he's pretty confident that he doesn't have the note, but he doesn't have the balls to say, because even if he comes out in public and says, even the accusation would have completely ruined his, probably would have ruined his relationship with his wife, probably would have caused a dip in the polls and all that stuff, and he just didn't want to take uh that risk. But I do agree, it just kind of seems a little far-fetched that there's, you know he doesn't have at least a little something on him
Right.
to kind of make it a little bit more believable.
Well, that's like what Gosling said earlier. I just want to hear him deny it.
Yeah,
Kind of same shit.
true.
Like if that comes out and he has to deny it, yeah, in a primary, he might then lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My where you going tonight, Frank Tahiti for the week is uh Philip Seymour Hoffman's cigarette choices. So in one seat he has camels, and then the next he smoke a Marb Lights. So he may be, just kind of whatever, any port in the storm
Opportunity
when it comes to
smoker.
cigs. Yeah. And he just see whatever he sees first, he's gonna ask for. But yeah, that was just my little quirk that I noticed that I picked up on. And we're a pro cigs podcast, even though none of us smoke anymore, but we all kind of wish we
We
did.
all
But
loved
kids,
it.
yeah, kids, if you're listening, smoking is stupid. Just listen to us. We liked it so much, and we still had to quit. So don't do it. Um, but yeah, that was a pickup of mine, and the fact that obviously Philip Seymour Hoffman was a cigarette smoker, because there was no acting going on with that.
Nah,
He
he
was
was
just
loving
ripping
it.
those ripping those cigs.
Yeah. No, he just whatever. Yeah, I don't care. Just whatever the cheapest pack is. I don't give a
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Throwing a pack of Newports once in a while for,
Oh,
the freshness.
fucking forget about it.
That's how he freshened his breath in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the minty tang.
I was gonna say like almost the same thing. Where you going to tonight, Frank? Tahiti? Was gonna be about his cigarettes, but I will say, um, I think I'm gonna say that it was kind of weird, but I also like it was still a good scene. Seems I called it out before, where Evan Rachel Wood's like, um I forgot exactly what she said, but she's just like, "Can I fuck a 30-year-old or something like that?" And I was just like, kind of hot, but also kind of weird to me.
A little too forward for you.
A little too forward for me, but I liked it.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
an independent, strong-willed woman.
Where you going tonight, Frank? My hotel room?
My hotel room with me. All right. Great new segment. I love it. Is there wait, what do we do next now? I forget. I'm all jammed up. Is
Working overtime. I think we might be a little done with how we're gonna make this movie better.
yeah.
I think that might be. We got a nice new segment, a nice fresh segment, and it could lead us into our Matt Damon because we can only say the movie should be shorter so many times.
That's fair. Robbie, agree or disagree?
Uh, I agree with it on Saturday, but after Manny's attitude, I still agree. I still agree with it. I still agree with
Okay.
it.
All right. Well, I still wish it was about 11 minutes shorter. Um, so let's work overtime where we cast Matt Damon in a role we've invented or one that exists, because why not? So, would anyone like to go first?
I can go first.
Please.
Give me a flash forward 15-minute extra of the movie. Give me a flash forward scene of Matt Damon as Molly's baby. Molly doesn't have the abortion. You don't see her after Gosling drops her off and then you can't find her again. You never see her again. Fast forward a couple of years later, 35 years later, maybe even. Is this young, charming, fresh out of Massachusetts, senator, young, taking the country by storm. And he goes up and he's takes the country by storm. And here he comes and he runs for president. And they don't know who he is. They have no idea who he is. And then there's another an older, savvy vet campaign manager that's looking to hop on board. And who is it? It's the Goss. It's the old
Oh,
Goss hopping on board to his campaign. And they're getting ready and they're vetting him and they're interviewing him. And who walks in? Molly walks in and Goss freaks out and he knows what's happened. And then out of nowhere, the young senator, Matt Damon from Massachusetts, stabs the Goss in the gut, kills him, and derails his campaign. That's
Love
the
it.
Ides of March. Stabs him in the back, flips it, Ides of March, et tu Brute, et tu Stephen.
A2 Love Child.
Yep. Kills him, et tu
Nice.
Brute. Julius
Right.
Caesar.
Ryan, do you want to go?
Sure. I mean, I was gonna do three Matt Damons as the three witches, like from Julius Caesar, the Ides of March, but I'll pivot. Um,
Wow.
yeah.
Very Shakespearean pod.
See, I mean, I don't know. I had to read Shakespeare for school, and every single time I was like, "This is dumb. I hate it."
Shocking. Hey,
Shocking.
shocking.
Yeah, something I didn't like something someone told me to do. Shocking.
I hate this film. This stinks. Who's this guy? He stinks. No, I'm sure it's probably boring.
Yeah. All right, give me a young, strong, cool Matt Damon in uh in Ben's part because he was just so annoying. He's not a major player in this movie, but he's there, looking good. And then now he's number two. Fantastic. But he knows his place. He does what he does, and that's it. And he's not as annoying. So give me Matt Damon as Ben.
Love it. Give me an aged up 60, 65-year-old. Um, is he losing his hair? Is he not losing his hair? Loves ice cream. Everyone's favorite grandpa, Matt Damon, as Joe Biden.
Oh,
Uh, and he's caught up in this somehow. Maybe he's like the third guy that's running. And we get him on that debate stage, and he's explaining his policies, and he says something like, I don't know, folks, we're we have one of the best economies in the world. I'm serious. It's no joke.
No joke. No
Not a
joke.
joke. Not a
not a
joke.
joke.
And at the
All
end
right,
of the
here's the deal.
movie, yeah. Come on, come on. Uh,
No joke.
come.
I'm serious.
You know, at the end of the movie, we see Goss, looks like he's in turmoil, and then we pan out, and behind the camera is just Matt Damon licking vanilla ice cream. And, you know, I think that would have made the end of the movie a little bit better. It's not a joke.
I love vanilla ice cream.
No, I'm serious.
Here's the deal, folks.
It doesn't cost anything. It's paid for by the taxes.
We finally beat Medicare.
Not a joke.
Not a joke.
Serious.
Here's
the deal.
Juicy Joe.
Rest in peace.
We'll miss you, Juicy Joe.
Yeah. Anything else that needs to be said about the Ides of March?
Good watch.
Yeah. Enjoyable. I've watched a lot worse, for sure.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, as we are recording this before Election Day,
Hope you voted.
congrats to everyone, or I'm sorry.
Join me on my next podcast. What do we do now, America?
What do we do now? Where do we go now, Frank?
Where are we moving now, Frank?
Yeah, shout out Ted Cruz. Congratulations. Seeing Cancun. Cancun Ted.
Oh.
Your wife's still a dog.
What are the polls telling you about Ted Cruz, Benny?
Too close to call. Not looking good though for him.
We'll see.
I'm gonna. I swear to God. The cuz is gonna get it. It's either a ZJ or he's gonna get a beat down. I don't know what it is. It's too close to call right now. They're saying.
What's a Z?
You don't know. If you have to ask, you don't know.
You can't afford it.
I just hope the text message I get to send you guys is just the Dame Lillard, just the arms out and just everybody crowding around him, and he's just got the ice cold stare on.
Yeah, or I send you the Tom and text. So the Tom and GIF. I'll send you a Tom and GIF. So it depends.
100%. 100%. See you next week.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't know. All the things I said in the beginning. Send us an email, follow us on Instagram. We love you. We love the support. God bless America. Robbie, tell him good night.
Oh, please, good night to the 2024 election cycle.
No, I have a feeling it's not over.
No. Join us next week for more commentary.
Yeah. Hey,
election week part 2.
Yeah. Hey, if Trump wins, everything I ever said was a joke.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, big joke.
Big joke. Good night to the late great Hannibal Lecter.
Let the boy watch. He needs to learn the way I learned from my father. The way he learned.